Joining me now is Simon Jackman, CEO at the United States Studies Centre. Simon Jackman, thanks for joining us. What do you make of Vladimir Putin's nuclear threats?
Look, it's on its face, it's incredibly concerning, number one. But on the other hand, you wonder how serious it is. And again, two different viewpoints I'll share with you on that, Andrew.
Sure.
One is it's the second time in a 4-day conflict that he's mentioned the nuclear forces at Russia's command, at Russia's disposition. And so you wonder, just how serious that is, how seriously the West should take that. I would point out that in many conflicts over the life of the Cold War, quote unquote, the nuclear option was threatened and put on the table, including most recently by Donald Trump when he was talking about North Korea, and we all remember his fire and fury line. So there's a school of thought that says this is brinksmanship, it's just part of the game, and indeed it's part of the Russia game in particular. But there's one troubling data point, and that is my former Stanford colleague, Mike McFaul, who served as ambassador to Russia during the Obama administration. Mike is someone who I've got a tremendous respect for what he knows about Russia. He says the people that he knows who know Putin best are extremely worried by this. And it's that sort of it's the same old playbook view is coming from people who, in his assessment, do not know Putin. So there are, like I said, Andrew, two schools of thought here. But like I said, one very troubling data point from someone whose opinion about Putin personally and the internal machinations of Kremlin politics from Mike McFaul, whose views I respect enormously.
Is there any reasonable prospect Ukraine could hold off Russian troops, or is it just a matter of time until they're conquered and the puppet government installed or what have you?
Andrew, I'm afraid I'm probably of the school of thought it's just a matter of time. The sheer force of numbers is pressing down and yet to press down on Ukraine is going to be devastating as more and more Russian troops make their way in, as the Ukrainians wear down their inventory. Is the West able to supply them with new munitions, with food, with all the things that militaries need? And the other development is just the encirclement strategy that Russia and Putin are pursuing, coming up from the south, from the Crimea, advancing on multiple axes, essentially dividing and conquering, and essentially falling on pockets of the Ukrainian resistance. I'm afraid for that scenario to play out. And of course, the more troubling potential development is that troops from Belarus might be adding their weight to the forces bearing down on Ukraine, and indeed in a part of the country where the possibility for intercepting at least sort of road resupply from the West could become an issue as well.
Simon Jackman, many thanks.